What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Bob Dylan allegedly groomed a 12-year-old girl for sex and sexually assaulted her in his New York City pad back in 1965. This according to a lawsuit. The Like a Rolling Stone singer is being sued by a woman who currently lives in Connecticut, who claims he plied her with booze and drugs before sexually abusing her inside of his swanky Chelsea hotel apartment way back in the day. According to the lawsuit, Dylan accuser claims she was only 12 years old when he started grooming her for sex, using his celebrity to gain her trust and exert control over her as part of a plan to sexually abuse and molest her. In the docs, Bobby's accuser claims he abused her on multiple occasions back in April and May of 1965, lowering her inhibitions by establishing an emotional connection and plying her with alcohol and drugs, as well as threatening her with physical violence in order to sexually abuse her. The woman claims the abuse left her emotionally scarred and psychologically damaged more than 56 years after the incidents. She's suing Bobby for battery, assault, infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment, and she's going after him for damages. Go get the money, go get the money. Go get the money, go get the money. Bob Dylan's rep says that he denies the 56-year-old claim and that it will be vigorously defended. All right, okay. Y'all think he did it? This is gonna boil down to who do you believe? This is all he say, she say at this point. There is no evidence. Ain't no way she got evidence after 56 years. Some people say, well, why is she just coming out? And others are saying, well, she's just coming out because you got the Me Too movement and now she doesn't have to be afraid anymore. Well, there's been many other opportunities where she could have, came out. And, if nothing else, does it really matter if somebody really believes you or not, or do you want justice? Because some people saying, well, nobody would have believed her. What's different? People still are not going to believe her. They're either going to believe her or they're not. The people who believe her or want to give her the benefit of the doubt to believe her is going to believe her. The ones who are not are just not. The only difference is that the Me Too movement has empowered victims of sexual assault to come forward, and it's also empowered people to make up stories, because every single person that comes forward with a Me Too story ain't telling the truth. So this is a situation where you have to look at a person's history. You got to go into the background and see what type of character that person has. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't know if he did it or if he didn't do it. If he did it, of course, he should be punished. But if he didn't do it, she should be punished. I don't think that victims of sexual assault or people that claim to be victims of sexual assault who lie should get a free pass. It shouldn't just be, well, oops, I tried, but it didn't work, Because that's what some of these people are doing. They're trying. They're throwing something up against the wall and seeing if it stick. If it stick, I get a paycheck. If it don't, hey, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. 56 years. That is a long time. And I understand, justice denied is one of the greatest tragedies known to man and women. This is why I take these type of situations with a grain of salt. Because I'm thinking, perhaps, just maybe, these people who care so much about making the wrongs right will stroke the check for reparations. Because ain't no group of people in the entire universe has been victimized to the extent of Black people in America for so long. I'm talking about centuries. And they still haven't cut the check. This lets me know they don't give a damn about victims of sexual assault. Because if they did, they stroke a few million checks for the millions of Black men, women, and boys and girls who have been raped in this country. Yeah, you want to talk about reparations, you want to talk about making it right, you want to talk about looking out for the victims of sexual assault. Come on with it. Keep stroking the check, fool. I'm not buying it. I think it's all propaganda. I think it's all political. If it wasn't, well, why does a case have to be sensationalized to make it on the list to be talked about? That's women being raped all over this country every single day. Ain't nobody going in hard for them. Oh, you got to point out a celebrity to get some attention. I'm not buying it, fam. All of this is just game. It's all game. These people don't give a damn about no victims of sexual assault. If they did, they wouldn't have 90% of the rape cases in America, rape kits in America, going untested. Over 90% of rape kits in the U.S. is sitting somewhere in evidence rooms, just collecting dust, have not been tested. Does that sound like a country that's serious about protecting victims of sexual assault? I ain't mad at her if she's trying to get justice. But the double standard, the faking, the fake outrage, that's the shit that tripped me out. That's what threw me off, man. I'm not buying it. But what say you? Bob Dylan. This is what Bob Dylan looked like in 1965. And this is Bob Dylan today. It's safe to say if he ended up going to trial, they're going to roll him in on a gurney with an IV. Because dude ain't going to make it. Well, you know what? I won't put that on him. Perhaps he will. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?